This is the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra, and I've been using it for the past few weeks, or basically ever since it came out, and this is the review for it. Now listen, people online have said they either hate it, they love it, or it's just meh. Now personally, I'm between meh and it's really good, because I just came from the Galaxy S25 Ultra, and honestly these phones are really close to being the exact same, but I will say there is quite a good portion of things that are different about it. Now still, welcome back to the channel everybody, just to, say hello. But this is for, I would say, the differences about this phone. Now, for my S25, this is now thinner. This is 7.9 millimeters, so it's thinner. If you drop it, it's not going to be a giant dent. But from my last phone over the 25, it was titanium, which I still think is better, even if it may not be the best with heat conduction or whatever. I swear I dropped that phone so much, it did not break a single bit, not even a dent on the sides. But still, for the design, I say it is still decent. The camera bump is raised like a Z Fold 7 now, that came out in July of last year. And this phone is now armor aluminum, but that's okay. So this is the thing, for the privacy screen, which is still the main feature of this phone, it blocks side angles so people like next to you can't see your screen, but honestly, it can have trade-offs like text looking softer, and there's a noticeable grain pattern on white backgrounds that I've noticed, but I also do have a matte screen protector on my phone, so that could just be amplified even more on my model, so that is quite fun. But the viewer angles are worse than on the S25 Ultra, because still half of your pixels basically are only meant to be seen one way. So if you touch your phone, only one way of the pixel, like watch, we have bright and then it dims super quickly, and if I turn on the privacy mode, so full bright, they're basically very dim. So that is part of the not the screen protector though, because it's built into the screen. And still, what is packing inside of this phone, Snapdragon Gen 5 chip, and you can go up to 1 terabyte. I only got the 256 because I still think that the 512 probably would be a better deal, because I eat this phone storage up so well. If you have more money than you can pay for it. In real world use, I haven't had it drop frames in heavy games. I will say though, on certain games, they don't support the phone yet, so there's graphical issues because of the new architecture for the phone chip. Now honestly, I'm gonna just hope they support it, but if they don't, then your mileage may vary. Rendering 4K video has been pretty well on here when I'm recording these YouTube videos, and on-device AI, which happens basically just instantly. I use the Google AI Edge app, and you can run local AI models on it and just have like no connection and be able to run perfectly fine. Now, I would say the biggest thing on this phone though, for me, has been the cameras. Now, we have a 4-camera layout on here, and I will say the main, still obviously the best, and with its 200 megapixel sensor and 1.4 aperture, it lets you take much better photos with more physical light, and drastically changing how night shots are able to get more light. And this is the thing, but I think still that this phone has had the best Galaxy camera I've used on this type of phone. Now on the camera, it can record up to 8K 30 log, and on here I always do all my videos in 4K 30 log, and they always come out very crisp and very clear, and then I color grade it on my computer, and still all the cameras are very nice. You got expert raw, you got an ultra wide that's 50 megapixel, and you also have a telephoto, 2 telephotos actually, and the front camera, which haven't been also that bad for recording videos either that I've used. Now, the next biggest thing would be the battery and 60-watt charging. Now, we still have a 5,000 milliamp battery in the phone, and it goes up to 60-watt wireless charging. They listened because I remember people saying that they either want a bigger battery or faster charging, and we got faster charging, so just gonna have to live with that. But still, with the 65-watt charging, 30 minutes, 75%, that's pretty good, and it's only a 3nm chip, and next year it's supposed to be 2nm, so even quicker. One of the next talking points though is the screen. It has a privacy screen that goes up to 3000 nits, and it is still pretty good for one of the best screens on here. It has an M14 panel for better efficiency and I believe thinness, I think. And if we check out the privacy screen, you can see we can enable it, and then boom, it's basically blacked out on both sides and even up and down. So that is pretty nice, just built into the phone or the screen. Next, about the Android skin on this phone, which is One UI 9. I have it in beta right now, and honestly, it has been pretty nice. I've been able to adjust it to however I like and change it to exactly how I want it, and it has had pretty good like responsiveness. It hasn't lagged on me yet. I would say actually the Google apps I've had more trouble with. Like when I try and Google something on Google, it'll bug out, and then when on the AI mode, it'll bug out, and then it won't even open what I wanted to know. So that just stinks, but other than that, it's been a pretty good experience. Next, for who's this phone actually for? I'm gonna say if you want a 25, you could probably keep it honestly and not be that bad, because that is still a very good phone. They removed the S Pen Bluetooth support though, so maybe a 24 would actually be a better deal for you, but it is still a good phone. I would say only get this phone if you want the latest and a privacy screen. Everything else is almost the same if you get a 25 or a 24. If you're on a 23, I would say you could upgrade and get a better camera, because still I believe it is the same sensor, but all the other cameras have been improved drastically. But now that you've reached the conclusion of this video, I'd please ask you to subscribe and leave a like if you enjoy the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.